In this video, we're going to talk about the Coral Sea. Now, this isn't just any body of water. We're talking about a vast, vibrant, and absolutely vital marine ecosystem right off the coast of Australia. It's one of the last true tropical wilderness areas left on our entire planet, and honestly, it's just spectacular. So, here's what we've got on tap. First, we're going to figure out exactly where in the world it is, then we'll get our heads around its incredible size, dive into the amazing life swimming around in there, touch on its human history, and wrap things up with 5 fun facts that I think you'll find pretty surprising. Alright, let's get right to it. Section 1. Where in the world is this Pacific gem? Okay, so the Coral Sea is what's called a marginal sea of the South Pacific. What does that mean? Well, it just means it's partly hugged by land. You'll find it tucked away right off the northeast coast of Queensland, Australia. And what gives it such a unique character is this beautiful arc of islands that kind of cradle it. So who are its neighbors? To the west, you've got Australia, of course. To the northwest, there's Papua New Guinea. And then, forming its eastern and northeastern borders, you have this whole chain of islands. We're talking the Solomon Islands, Vanuatu, and New Caledonia. It really is an international body of water. Okay, moving on. Now, I really want you to try and wrap your head around this sheer scale we're talking about here. This sea isn't just big, it's an absolute giant. Get ready for this number. The surface area is almost 4.8 million square kilometers. Now, to put that into perspective for you, that is bigger than the entire country of India. It's just this massive, massive expanse of tropical ocean, making it one of the largest seas anywhere on the planet. And hey, if you think the surface area is impressive, the volume is just staggering. We're talking nearly 11.5 million cubic kilometers of water. That is a number so huge it's almost impossible to even picture it. But it's not just about how wide it is, it's also about how incredibly deep it is. The average depth is about 2,400 meters, but its deepest point, it plunges down over 9,100 meters. Think about that. That's deeper than Mount Everest is tall. You know, what's really interesting is the temperature difference. It's like a tale of two seas. In the north, the water stays this beautiful, balmy 27 to 28 degrees Celsius all year round. Perfect tropical vibes. But as you head south, things get more seasonal, and in the winter, the temperature can drop to a much cooler 19 degrees. Okay, so we've talked about how huge it is, how deep it is, but honestly, what really, truly defines the Coral Sea is the incredible explosion of life that calls this blue wilderness home. And of course, you absolutely cannot talk about the Coral Sea without mentioning its most famous resident, the Great Barrier Reef. I mean, this is the largest living structure on the entire planet. It's so big you can actually see it from space. There's a reason it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's a global treasure, plain and simple. But believe it or not, the reef is just the start. The whole Coral Sea is a critical habitat for a mind-blowing array of species. You've got sharks, majestic manta rays, massive schools of tuna, humpback whales migrate through here. It's a key spawning ground for black marlin. And get this, 6 of the world's 7 sea turtle species call this place home, along with the super rare and ancient nautilus. So with all this natural wonder, it's no surprise that this ecosystem has a long and pretty complex relationship with people. It's a history marked by conflict, but also, thankfully, by conservation. The sea's history is, well, it's as deep as its waters. I mean, the basin itself started forming millions of years ago, but its more recent history is full of drama. During World War II, this was the stage for the pivotal Battle of the Coral Sea. This was a huge deal. It was the first naval battle ever fought entirely by aircraft, and it stopped the Japanese advance south. Fast forward a bit, and you get these major conservation wins, like banning oil exploration back in '75, and then, in 2017, creating the enormous Coral Sea Marine Park, which is a huge step in protecting it. But here's the thing. Even with all these protections in place, this incredible wilderness isn't safe from modern threats. Things like climate change and pollution are putting a ton of pressure on this really fragile ecosystem. And this picture right here really brings one of those threats into focus. These are volunteers from the Tangaroa Blue Foundation. You can see the problem up close. Marine debris, especially plastic. It washes up on the shores of even the most remote islands, and it's a huge danger to the wildlife and the health of the whole sea. Okay, so we've talked about the challenges, but let's lighten things up and end on a high note, with a few reminders of just how amazing this place really is. Here are 5 quick fun facts for you. Alright, fact number 1. It's home to the Great Barrier Reef, the biggest living thing on Earth. Boom! Number 2, Its basin was formed by the same ancient forces that pushed up Australia's Great Dividing Range. How cool is that? Number 3, it's a critical sanctuary for 6 out of the world's 7 species of sea turtles. 4, the Battle of the Coral Sea was a massive strategic turning point in the Pacific War. And finally, number 5, just a few years ago, in 2020, a deep-sea expedition found species down there that had never ever been seen alive before. It just goes to show, this sea still has so many secrets. So that leaves us with one last really important thought. This sea is a global treasure. It's one of the last of its kind, and its future is literally in our hands. So the question we all have to ask ourselves is, how do we make sure this incredible wilderness doesn't just survive, but thrives for all the generations to come? All right, that is it for this video, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you in the next video.